Or at least as simple as a six-legged tentacle panther can be. Get a little stuff. Time to sew up the foot. Once that's done, I can ungrapple it, and yep, there it goes. Now there are little gaps, but I am just going to start with the ears. Now I do go back off camera and stitch up the largest gaps, reinforcing the base of each leg. But here I'm just going to quickly whip up the ears. These ears might be a little bit odd in shape, but again, I was having a little difficulty seeing my stitches, so it was a smidge awkward. Once one ear is finished, I can make the other one. And now I have a six-legged panther with a slightly derpy face. And all that's left, well, I'm going to try giving him a little mouth. No reason not to. And I think I'm using that technique that I talked about earlier, where I don't cut the yarn, I just stitch a little bit first and only cut the yarn after I've tied things together. Now I just need to make it into a little tentacle panther. And here I'm also using a particular technique because I wanted to make sure that I got these two tentacles the same, which means that I have to work them both at the same time and I have to play double-ended yarn chicken. Find the other end and work both sides of the yarn towards the middle. This has been the easiest way that I've been able to manage to get two pieces that are the same, largely because it is way better, just to use an example of a piece of clothing, it is better to have two sleeves that are both starting out blue and then halfway up they both change to, say, green, rather than having one sleeve that is completely blue and then the other sleeve is like half blue but then changes to green. The first way can be considered a deliberate design choice, like, of course, I meant to make a color change right there. The second way, it is clear that someone just lost a game of yarn chicken. I could have done this for the legs, but at the same time, there were also 6 legs. I could have also done it for the ears, but those ears are tiny. There was no real need to work both of them at the same time. And what I'm doing for these tentacles is I am making them as I-cords, which is just 3 stitches worked round in a circle, back and forth, round and round. I just keep doing that until they're as long as I want them to be. And then I will be working the little diamond at the end of each one. And that is probably when I keep up the working them both at the same time for a little bit, but then I decided, no, I still have plenty of string. I can just finish one diamond, and then finish the other one, rather than keep getting them tangled. Because I wasn't as close to the end of my yarn as I had been afraid I was. Now, if one was going to get fancy in this, they could choose to put some wire inside those I-cords and make them posable. I didn't bother doing that. This project was already pushing the boundaries of when I'd be able to get the video out as it was. Maybe next time. Liz has voiced to her sister that she really would love to be able to be in a D&D campaign where she had a pet displacer beast. She knows that they are technically evil creatures, but still. Her sister kidded that if she ever made an evil character, she knows exactly what that evil character would have as a pet. Liz's follow-up was basically, oh fine, I'll settle for a cloak of displacement. Honestly, that sounds like something Valerie might go out of her way to make for Liz someday. Just a replicant reproduction? Something of a cloak of displacement. She would need a few decent reference images. I am really tired. Fumbling over all my words. But yep, making that little diamond at the end of each tentacle. If that was about where I gave up and started just working them one at a time, because it wasn't that hard to keep track of what I was doing. And here he is, all finished. My little kitten-sized displacer beast. Honestly, considering it's the first time that I've attempted to make something small and complex at the same time, it actually turned out pretty well. That mouth might be a little bit crooked. I think he's more smirking than smiling, but I think that suits a displacer beast. And yep, I'm really happy with it. So thank you all for watching. And my next video is going to be for Kaiju. I don't know yet if it's Kaijun or Kaijulai. Goodbye.